For 24 years, we have been told a specific story about September 11th. In this version of events, a group of al-Qaeda terrorists planned the most elaborate attack in human history and succeeded simply by evading basic airport security checkpoints. We are told that despite multiple encounters with the FBI, the CIA, and local police, the critical warnings never reached the right desks. It is framed as a tragic accident of bureaucratic incompetence. That story is a lie. Nearly 25 years later, the families of 3,000 victims are still mourning. They have spent decades grieving without being given the actual truth of what happened to their loved ones. The official narrative does not record the events of that day. Instead, it serves as a protective shield for the agencies involved. The system preserves this account by punishing those who question it. Anyone seeking more information is cast as a kook or a fringe conspiracy theorist and faces immediate social and legal consequences. In the years following the attacks, the officials overseeing national security did not see their influence diminish. Instead, they oversaw a massive increase in the same federal authority that had just failed to protect the country. This shift established broad new authorities over domestic surveillance and government operations, altering the relationship between the state and its citizens. Establishing a legacy of incompetence provides the rationale for the state to grant itself new, permanent powers over domestic life. To understand what occurred, we spent months looking into the evidence and speaking directly with the people who were there. We pored over thousands of pages of primary source documents, including contemporaneous news reports and declassified government files. We then sought out the human evidence, listening to accounts from CIA officers and analysts who were stationed inside the agency in the months leading up to the attacks. These accounts were corroborated by FBI agents from the Specialized Bin Laden Unit, the domestic team whose job it was to track the hijackers before they could strike. When you align the physical records with the testimony of these first-hand witnesses, the official story of September 11th becomes impossible to sustain. Our investigation uncovered a distinct pattern of behavior. High-ranking intelligence officials played a deliberate role in facilitating the terrorists' movements. The documents point toward former CIA Director John Brennan. The evidence details his apparent role in helping bring the hijackers to the United States. The CIA went to remarkable lengths to protect the hijackers, building a wall around them to keep them away from other government agencies. This shielding was designed to keep the FBI completely blind to the threat. The evidence indicates that intelligence was systematically withheld from the law enforcement officers who had the authority to intercept the plot. The official narrative we rely on today is built entirely on the findings of the original government commission. That investigation was compromised from the start. It was guided by partisan political interest rather than an objective pursuit of the truth. The commission also operated under the requirement to serve and protect the interests of foreign powers. Because the foundation of the investigation was dishonest, any current expansion of government power based on those findings lacks legitimacy. We are presenting this evidence to make the case for a new, real investigation into the attacks nearly 25 years later. We require a new commission that is honest, nonpartisan, and free from the influence of foreign powers. After decades of mourning and expanded government control, it is time to stop protecting intelligence agencies and finally demand the truth.